Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's episode of The Grandest Adventure. Today's date is 3/16/2021. And if everyone's audio is a little distorted tonight, it's because we're using a slightly different medium to talk. It's so our good friend Garrett can actually communicate with us in real time as opposed to his past time that he was living in before. And we're going to go ahead and start our evening off with the recap.
Okay. All right. So, at the beginning of the last episode, we ended up with the book in hand, and we're at the home base thinking about leaving when Torrick laid the information on us that he apparently had a golden toe. And the golden toe happened from him using the machine. I keep forgetting what this machine is called.
Mithril Mint.
The Mithril Mint. Which after thought about that made a little bit of sense to us. Why someone would be giving us a machine that can print infinite money with no consequences. There's consequences, and it turns you into solid gold. So the guy who gave it to us told Torque where he can go to get help for this. So he went to the church to seek help, and the priest needed specific materials in order to help him, but Torque chose not to wait, instead to...
Oh, Jesus, I forgot about this.
...take his toe. So the priest cut his toe off with a knife, and...
So one small adjustment there.
Yep, go ahead.
It was the whole foot.
Was it the whole foot? It was the whole foot.
Yeah, he chopped his whole foot off, my dude. Whole foot, my dude. Gotta cut them roots out.
I only re-listened to the end time. I forgot it was the whole foot.
I have like a -1 to dex saving throws ongoing.
That's it. That's what you got until you grow a new foot or something.
I love it.
So Torque got his foot cut off, and now he has his golden foot with him. And after he was able to recover a little bit and ride his spider out of town, we figured we would get out of there in order to start reading this book and figure out what we need to do to get this chain of power before Belusion gets the third artifact. And we decided to head towards the 101 acre woods due to the rumors of the area. We figured no one else would be going to there because of the dangerous rumors about the forest in general. So we went to the outskirts of the 100 acre woods where we camped out for a few nights and gave time for Merric to read the book, since he's the only one who can read Slivian, or project Slivian. That's how he reads, I guess. But, do you want me to go through, the story? Because I guess that's the only other important part. Like, what we were doing besides that, we were doing really nothing around camp. But the rest of what we did last time came from the details of the book that Merric was reading, which was basically a life story or a journal of Ludwig, who was a squirrel peanut farmer, and that's how he took care of his family. He farmed peanuts. He only had one real best friend in the world named Cecil, and he looked forward every year to seeing Cecil at basically was like a fair or like a farmer's market type thing. Until one year he no longer was seeing Cecil at these events, and as that was one of the only times in his life where he had a friend, he started to not be as happy, and skipped the thing about the 3 peanuts. He did find a special way to grow peanuts where instead of 1 peanut nut inside a peanut, he could grow 3 nuts inside a peanut, which, I mean, that's pretty good.
That's a 50% increase in his net croppage.
That's some grade A farming right there. But eventually, so Cecil was gone for years, and Ludwig started to become, it seemed like from the story that he was a little depressed with his life and how it was going. There was a lot less entries for even longer years. Eventually, one day when he was out in his field, he saw some rustling in the distance and saw Cecil. Cecil came to see Ludwig with his new lord, Lord Rathar, as we know now, who is, as from the story, is a dreamwalker who basically hired Cecil and gave him special powers and responsibilities to work with him. And Cecil told Lord Rathar that they could trust Ludwig to basically spend the night and for shelter, stuff like that. Through the night, as they were, Ludwig was a gracious guest, fed them all that, but through the night he couldn't sleep, and he overheard Cecil and Lord Rathar talking about what they needed to do the next day, and how Lord Rathar talks about this chain he has with powers, and how he plans to seal away the corruption in the area, but to do that he has to plant the seed of corruption within himself, which in turn preventing it from spreading across that sacred ground. So that's what he heard, and then the next morning they left, and Cecil, before leaving, Cecil said that he would see Ludwig soon and promises to meet him at Glass Lake the next year. And I believe at the end that was the last chapter, and we ended there as well, besides talking out of character about what we think all of that means. And we also know we heard stories about Glass Lake in general, and we know nobody can get there. Nobody even tries to get there for however many hundreds or thousands of years, because there's just a field that nobody can cross, and everybody knows that, so nobody even bothers going there anymore.
So I guess is the field that no one can cross, is that like the field from the south?
So yeah, I'll clarify that a little more for you, because it's definitely more of like a lore kind of thing right now that you guys would know. There is typically Glass Lake. You can see like the big, large cliffs and stuff around it. There's no real way to scale that. People have tried to scale it, and they've like every time, no matter what, if you get even halfway up or 3/4 of the way up, some part of the rock will fall out, and you won't be able to get up there. So the only way for people to really try to get in was the southern part, and still, no matter when they tried to get in, they just found themselves walking right back out. So you guys do know of a tale of a frustrated king, because nobody could obviously get into Glass Lake, so he wanted to have complete control over his domain. So he flew in an airship, and the airship never returned, and he never attempted it again because airships are, quite big investments. So that's like the craziest. Like pretty much once the airship didn't make it in, people stopped trying.
There's like a storm coming our way too, correct?
Yes, that is correct. The storm has been brewing for the past few days, and it is just about to break.
And if That's correct, right? It was coming from like south of the capital, heading towards us over the 100-acre. It looked like it was heading towards us, probably in the direction of Glass Lake, right?
Correct. It was coming from the west, coming from the east, headed west.
And that's probably something I think I missed in the story. I don't know if I missed anything else. Wasn't there? There was a storm that day. They left or something, right? Think that was mentioned in the story? Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Right, Garrett? I think you actually mentioned it at the end of the last episode.
Yeah, I'm trying to look in my notes that I took. They're not very good. Oh. Yeah, when the storm is coming, Ludwig says that he needs to prep his nuts. So,
Don't we all?
we should prep our...
I don't know if we can. I don't know what you guys wanted to do. I had some like questions and maybe some things to talk outside of character a bit still.
You guys can do OOC anytime. Except for in the very heat of battle.
This was a question for maybe Craig to see if we have any type of understanding of as far as like our world versus the fairy world. Like, are they like different, almost like dimensions? Like, if I entered the fairy world in one spot from one location, would I always enter that one spot from one location? Like, if I explain this, and like, I don't know if there's any way we would. I'm asking if there's any way we would know any type of information about these realms, but probably not between our characters, right? Like how these realms actually work.
You are accurate in the last statement. Yeah, there really isn't much study. It's not colloquial knowledge. The fact that you guys even know about the Feywild is pretty unique amongst people.
It's kind of the only additional thoughts I've had besides like what we talked about last time for a while is that possibly the Raven Queen, and you guys are right. So there's something like maybe the Raven Queen didn't make these 3 items. These items were already in existence, and she just used them to create that gate because the years started. It started from 0 when the Golden Power was sealed away, right?
That is how time is measured in this world, yes.
So we don't know exactly when she created the other seal.
You do not have an exact date.
So unless that was super right away, which is hard for me to. I mean, of course we don't know, but it's hard for me to believe that would be super right away because we're talking in this book. We're talking year 11. I would think there was probably a lot of people coming trying to get the Golden Power. That's why the Raven Queen created that additional seal. But did all that happen within 11 years? That's what I'm kind of thinking. Maybe these artifacts existed beforehand, and she just used their power to create this seal in general. And maybe their placement within our world coincides with the placement in the fairy world. And also, like, the corruption we saw in, like, Lutera, where we went into I think we went into the fairy world and saw that, like, black, thick corruption. Like, how the chain of power is holding corruption back right now. Like, maybe the other items were also holding corruption back, and since they were taken, that's why that corruption is growing. But, again, all that's a shot in the dark. So.
Garrett and Zeke, what do you think about Ryan's statements?
So are you saying that you think that, like, the Brooch of Bravery was at Lutera's shrine at one point, and that was removed, and that's why it was being corrupted?
Yeah, that's a good example. Yeah. But basically, the corruption was let loose in the fairy side. That's why there's that. Yeah, no, because it was in Lutera's temple in the fairy realm was where that corruption was, right? So yes, that's what I'm saying. Like it could have been there and then removed, so then the corruption was released there.
The only thing I would think Lutera would have told us if someone stole the Brooch of Bravery. I feel like she would have known that.
That's true.
And like would have been pertinent information to share. It just seems like. I think the corruption there is because they have a strong connection to the Feywild, and the corruption is bleeding through. That's what I always assumed it was. I agree that the chain of power is keeping corruption away from Glass Lake. I don't know about the other two, though. I don't know. I just feel like we don't know enough to draw that kind of conclusion about it yet.
No, definitely not. It's just a theory.
I think that in general, I think going to Glass Lake makes a lot of sense, and if it's nothing, it's a darn good place to lay low for a hot minute.
I also had another thought where, are you sure? You mentioned Lord Rathar being a rabbit. Are you sure? Or was a rabbit? And also, like we talked about,
I don't think he was a rabbit. I don't remember that.
Okay. So you mentioned it last time that he might be a rabbit. Because I'm also kind of thinking that maybe the seed of corruption, like another thought is the seed of corruption,
that's when I was under
putting
the
it
assumption
himself.
that.
Wait, where did you get that assumption?
I thought he was a rabbit when I was under the assumption that all of the population of Glass Lake was furry woodland creatures who could talk. And have, like, jobs and stuff.
Gotcha. But I was kind of thinking, like, maybe planting the seed in the corruption of himself might have turned whatever he was into something else, and this field is to obviously keep the corruption from going, but whatever monster he may have turned into is trapped in there as well.
So that's kind of what I think is like, no one's been in there. Like the whole thing could be like a giant bubble of corruption.
And the monster theory that I'm kind of coming from comes from the dream that I told you guys about.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But what?
How fucked up would that be if all of that's corruption?
The dream that I told you about, where I was like fighting. I was basically thought I was fighting for my life versus this enraging minotaur who was beating me, but then all of a sudden the chain of power appeared in my hands, and it gave me the strength to actually like being able to start fighting back against it.
Okay, so you're...
And I'm not saying that's exactly how. I'm saying I'm only taking that maybe this seed of corruption, instead of planting it inside itself and he died and is in the ground, maybe it's a possibility that maybe it turned him into something.
Yeah. I agree that is a possibility, yes.
But I think all we really have is those possibilities. The only thing I don't really understand is, like, I feel like the storm needs something, right? And I don't really know the storm.
Are your dreams, like, or have they been, like, literal translations in real life? Like, from, like, premonitionally too?
From what I see, they have actually been, I believe, Craig, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I saw this certain shaped room with so many doors in one dream when Alpha's sister was in the base of the Capitol. That absolutely came true. I saw a white tree, like a dead tree, a white tree in the middle of somewhere. I believe we saw that, and that was true. I believe all my dreams have actually come true.
Where's the white tree?
I don't remember where the white tree was.
The Grand Thicket.
The Grand Thicket. That's right. It was the Grand
Thicket.
The Soulless Trees, I believe, was the name of it.
So yeah.
Old tree that wasn't helpful at all when I talked to him and used a 3rd level spell.
Yeah, and the tree just talked slower than you really could care about. Still said it was an old tree, you know. These things.
I got overexcited about multiple things in between those dreams that I thought were, and Craig had to be like, "No, this isn't it." But I think they have all come true. Yes. So wait, was Wraithar a Minotaur?
I don't think Ludwig described him in detail. He just described him as a dream walker and like a lord and like a powerful figure. He didn't like his journal. He didn't like write down
the word like an intimidating figure or something like that.
Yeah. He had like a strong presence. I think that's how he was described.
Ooh, Torrick, you're right.
He is strong. He was strong and imposing. He had.
Oh, that's right. Strong and imposing.
So
he had 10
Lake
people
ought to
with
be
him.
interesting.
I don't know if that's significant or not.
Cool. Alright.
He had
Torrick, any thoughts?
Say again?
Do you have any thoughts, Zeke?
So I think we shouldn't get caught out in that storm. And getting into Glass Lake should be interesting. Wondering what side you think we should come from.
I'm thinking we want to be at Glass Lake as the storm is there.
Well, we certainly can't scale the side, especially in a storm. So do we go and try to approach from the south?
Wait, Craig, I have a question.
Yes.
You said we had heard stories of the king or whatever that was frustrated. Did the shit just disappear and never come back? Or did it bounce? I think it like they returned.
It
like
never returned.
Never
never heard back from it again.
So they get in, they just don't come back out. Okay. Yeah, we should go to Glass Lake.
Alright, Craig, if we come from behind where the mountain is and scale to the peak of the mountain...
There's actually a ladder back there.
Oh, perfect.
You can't see it on the map, but since you asked about it...
Elevator.
Yeah, no, that's it. You just walk in, press the G button for Glass Lake, and you have some nice soothing music, and then you guys just walk out, and you're there.
Alright, so we're headed to the south side of Glass Lake.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. So it is, I believe it's morning. Let's just say it's morning. It makes it easier. I can't remember where we left off, what time we left off. You guys needed to sleep off those revelations you had anyway. So it's morning. You guys are at the edge of the 100-acre wood, I believe.
Or somewhere like here.
Yeah, so let me move this big old thing that says it's where you are, but it's actually not where you are right now. Let me move it to where you actually are. Right about there. So, how far do we gotta go? You're gonna go down here and then cut over. Can you guys see that?
I think we're gonna go down there and go straight up.
Yeah, you're gonna go.
There's a little bit.
Hit there and then go, but like basically you're gonna go here and then curve up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So typically you can go 24 miles in a day, unless you guys do double speed, or it's like 50% faster. But you guys won't be as stealthy. So do you want to make it there in a day and a half, or sorry, like yeah, or do you want to like go fast and make it there in a day?
I think we go fast, and if anyone sees us running, we'll just point at the storm and be like, head for the hills.
Yeah, I think we got to go fast because honestly, once we get somewhere stable, I got to try to work on my leg.
This is true. You do have leg issues you need to do.
Foot.
That's boring.
A whole foot. But yes, I agree.
Okay,
Okay, who is rolling on the travel table?
I will.
I'll do it.
D6, right?
D6, my friend.
Do you just have like your stub hanging off the edge of the spider all the time?
Yep. It's basically where we're at.
All right. Roll me a D20. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Can you roll me a D8, please? Okay. Oh boy.
Said oh boy twice so far.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Okay,
Oh
so
boy.
you guys started traveling in the morning time. And you guys are moving quite quickly. Once you guys realized you had to make it to Glass Lake, you guys, that's really pretty much. It's very rarely that you guys have a sort of moment where you can clearly be like, this is our next objective. We must do this. It hasn't happened very often in this campaign. This is one of those times, though, that you guys have a singular focus and a singular goal. And Lord, there is not much that can stop you guys when you have a single goal. You are traveling quickly, making light work of moving across this, moving away from the 100-acre wood. The road moving north to Stag's Crossing. At about this time, because it's right before a pretty gnarly storm. Everybody's trying to kind of hustle and bustle to get to the big city before they. Nobody wants to get caught in the storm, you know. You guys, who's leading the party?
Seems like Torrick is.
Torrick, roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh boy. Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
That's fine. 17's not bad though for a perception check.
Still pretty good.
So since you guys are traveling so fast, you don't really stop for like a traditional lunch. You just kind of you stop briefly, hand out your llama spread and your drink, and then you kind of like keep. It's like a moving lunch, you know. You just lighten the pace for a little while you guys eat. And this happens to just kind of coincide right before you're about to cross over the road to Stag's Crossing. You guys kind of are like having your snack before then, and you manage to go ahead and do a cross over the road. You kind of wait till there's a little less traffic, and that's when you go across. But as you guys start to leave, and the road to Stag's Crossing kind of gets off the horizon, Torrick, you notice that you have some followers. So people are tracking you from the road. They're still very far off, but they are following you nonetheless.
Okay. Let's see. I take a little piece of paper and write the message "We're being followed" on it, and use my magical tinkering to like turn it into just a little paper plane. I throw one each at Filo and Merric to let them know that we're being followed.
And they fly through the air and stick in the collars of each of your compatriots. And they take their notes out and they read them.
I mean, Filo just turns and looks. 100%.
Yeah, you can like barely see something off in the distance. I mean, it's starting to get like a little darker out now, because the storm is getting, like, it's storming at the 100-acre wood right now, and it's coming closer and closer. So like, it's getting a little dark. It's not as easy and blatant to see it, but once kind of like, if Torrick didn't point it out to you, you would have easily looked over it as just like a artifact of the environment you're in. But there's definitely some followers coming from the road. It's a small party, you can see.
I think we're level 8, right? That's what we are. It's level 8.
Yes.
Is there any, like, trees or cover around us at this point?
I mean, there is small amount. It's not like there's a ridge or something you could kind of like duck behind. It's pretty flat until the cliffs of Glass Lake, that are still quite far ahead of you. That's not to say you couldn't get lost. You couldn't take cover if you wanted to. It's just not. It's not going to be easy. It would definitely slow you down.
Well, to my party, I don't know. You guys want to discuss like role play it or?
Yeah, in character. Huzzah!
Yeah, definitely. What should we do, guys? We obviously can't let them follow us all the way to Glass Lake, right?
I could set up some kind of illusion to lure him to a trap if we want to ambush him.
It could work. Just at least hide to let them get close to the. But we need to get to Glass Lake fast, though, right? So how long do we want to? But we can see them, right?
Greg, how far behind us are they?
So they really can't. They really can't be that far back.
So
How far back are they?
the way I'm imagining it is, it's like you guys kind of crested over like a little. You got to like the top of a hill and like you looked back, and they're far enough away you can't tell how many of them there are, but you can tell that they're following you.
Okay.
So like they're still a while off, but they're not like all up in your grill yet,
I stop.
Can you build a fake tree? I don't know what you can build.
No, I don't think I can build a fake tree. That would be dope. I can do a lot of things. I build a tree I cannot do.
Can you build a cover that I could make look like a tree with an illusion?
No. I can do that.
is too long, didn't read.
Yeah, what's your thought? Because you said you stopped, right? So.
Yeah. Did they DM? Are they approaching or are they staying back?
So they're like you could tell they are still following you. They're at the distance that, yeah, they're moving slowly still, but like they're still like they're a good 30 minutes behind you.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they're like a little while off. Like they waited. You deduce that they waited long enough. So like maybe you wouldn't catch them following you, but you rolled a high enough perception that you kind of caught it out of the corner of your eye.
But if we
say
turn and walk and run at them, it's like
no.
10
I say we
minutes.
just bolt. I say we
Yeah,
just bolt.
agreed.
Let's just run for fucking
Like, so we
Glass Lake.
lost. Yeah, because they lost vision of us, right?
And if they follow us, we'll just get them in the woods.
All right, let's
And I
do it in
think we'll
case.
fight better there.
Hey,
We
Torrick,
gotta
why'd
make
you
it to
stop?
Glass Lake.
Well, wait. Can we try to? Should we try to make it look like we went a different direction?
Do it in character.
Oh,
Hey, Torrick, why'd you stop? We need to book it to Glass Lake. Forget these guys. We can outrun them.
You know what, Merrick? For once, I think you're right. Let's boogie.
I'm always right. What are you talking about?
let's do it. Can we cover our tracks somehow? Do you guys have some type of magic? I can't do it.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. I guess, Craig, as we're running, I would like to use something for magical tinkering.
Oh yeah, what's that?
I would just like to be, as we're running along, picking up some rocks. And
So as the spider is carrying you along, you just lazily drag your hand out, and then rocks collect in it. All right.
and then just pick up some rocks.
Okay.
And I'm going to well, damn. I wish
I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a
shot
girl
collar.
that looked good. I could call her.
What I'm
Does
going to
speed
do
have any play into like how?
is
Absolutely. Speed has everything to do with how fast, I think you were going to say. Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
like how fast we can get away from them.
Oh,
so
yeah.
what the rocks are going to do is, you know how like sometimes there's that noise that constantly sounds like it's increasing?
I know the term for this. Yes.
There's a sound that always sounds like it's increasing in intensity.
Oh, you're talking about the shepherd tone.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And I want to be making these rocks emit that sound. And then I'm just going to throw them behind us in random directions. And the maximum numbers I'm going to do this with is equal to the intelligence modifier, my intelligence modifier, which is 4. So I'm just going to make 4 of these and throw like one every like 20 feet or so. And hopefully with the intent of disorienting or making it difficult to hear which way we are very quickly running in what I'm assuming is the dark? Or is this during the day?
It's still daytime. It's getting dark because of the storm.
Okay, well, that's what I'm doing.
So let me get this right. You are grabbing rocks, enchanting them with a illusory audio tone of the shepherd tone, and you are dropping them along with you in hopes that it will disorient the people and not lead them directly to the path that you've been following.
I guess what I'm saying is I'm like throwing them one like way to the right and one like way to the left.
Okay.
And not leaving breadcrumbs, but more of leading them in different directions.
Just audio crumbs. Okay. All right.
All right, that's something I want to do too. Quick question, out of character. What are you like? I don't think your guys have that much speed. Like, what's your speed, Merric?
Like 25.
My speed is ass. My speed is 25.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Filo's going to do. I mean, if she's fucking lightly jogging right now to stay
And
back
they're
with these guys.
breakneck fucking sprinting, and you're like, yeah, guys.
Yeah, so Filo's going to be a little extra now, and she's going to kneel down for a second, and she's going to say, "Alright, we'll talk about this later. Especially you, Merric. Shut your mouth." And she's going to take her boots off, and so she's going to gain 5 speed, and you guys are going to see. I mostly hide this, but we need to get it. We need to get there, and we need to get there now. And she takes her boots off, and you guys see that she has basically paws feet almost. They're like a little bit human shaped, but they're like a bear's foot coming out of her feet.
Do you have a picture of these bare feet?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I will do that.
that'd be great.
Yeah, I should have done that. I didn't expect this to do it here, but I will do that.
I mean, I've heard of let the dog
It's
bark.
basically it's like Wolfman or something like that. It's just her feet. Yeah, Merric, this is what I'm talking about. Don't do that. And then now I need both of you to get on my back. Come on. We can't talk about this right now. We need to get there.
Merric hops on.
Torrick?
Yeah, I do as well.
Okay, I have a mark. And we're going to, and I'm going to bolt. My speed is twice theirs. I have 50 speed.
Yeah, so even a modest, 20% decrease in your speed is still faster than they were going.
I just want to know as we run away.
Well, why do I have a decrease in my speed?
Because you're carrying these motherfuckers.
No. Bear. I'm a bear. I literally can carry twice my weight, twice my carrying
I only
capacity
weigh
without
40
being encumbered.
pounds.
Like even normal encumbering is not what I have. because
Merric,
I'm
how
a
much
bear,
do you
I
weigh?
have twice the normal encumbering.
I weigh 40 pounds.
Merric, how much do you
I
weigh?
could literally carry a horse.
Would that be found?
All right.
I don't even take it.
That'll
So,
be in your bio.
Filo, are you baby Bjorning them?
Yes, they're just on my back, on my shoulders, holding on to my shoulders.
Philo, how's your hair? Like, how's your hair done right now?
2 ponytails, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely not in one ponytail. It's definitely
Two?
like no, it's like a half ponytail. It's mostly down in the back, but there's like the top half of a hair is in a ponytail.
So just
like a
Torrick is
ponytail
backpacking
roll.
it right now.
Hair down.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fun.
Torrick is backpacking it.
So let me paint you a word picture. It's about to storm. You guys spot some sort of trackers off in the distance. You guys stop for a quick reprieve. Torrick looks grimly over his shoulder, then he looks at the rest of the party and says the bad news. There's a quick discussion, and while Filo is kind of just looking longingly off into the distance, Filo does a big sigh, takes her shoes off first, puts her shoes away somewhere, I guess, and then is like, "Hey, hop on, toss me," to pick you fucking guys up. And your Torrick's on your back, and Merric is on your shoulders.
One could just be holding like on my shoulders. One could be on my pack. They're literally like both very small.
Yeah, I know. So Merric is on your shoulders.
I want to ride on Filo's shoulders, and then
because Merric's the bigger one, right? So
yeah,
Merric can ride on my shoulders.
And Torrick is in your backpack.
I like that.
Like a toga piece.
Just like a toga.
I love that.
Okay. Wow. All right. This is brilliant. I love this. And your speed has increased by double. Because your speed is 50, right? Maybe, Ryan?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, correct.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you guys are from Merric and Torrick's perspective. You guys are fucking cruising. Maybe you didn't realize that Filo was capable of this speed, and maybe you ever wonder why you walked anywhere before.
Damn, Filo, you're running so fast I can't even smell your feet.
She just lets a big like huff inside because she knew this was gonna come from it.
Yeah, and you guys just like yeet off into the wind. I love this, by the way.
So as we're running off, Torrick like sort of looks back and waves off to his spider that he left behind, and his little spider just like waves a little arm up too, and then falls apart into pieces.
And explodes.
And Torrick goes, "Now this is horsepower."
Okay, cool. All right. So are you two doing anything while you're on Filo's back?
I'm assuming her hair's in ponytails, and I'm using them like reins.
All right.
He's definitely not doing that.
Well, there could be no way of knowing. Torrick, what are you doing?
Well, seeing as Garrett's ass is probably like right in my face.
Right above it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking out over Filo's shoulder, and I've got just a wand at the ready.
Okay. Are you just looking forward or looking back?
No, you know what? It's my staff, and I'm looking forward.
Okay, cool.
And I'm having a blast.
Yeah, because the wind is blowing in your hair, and what's left of your hair anyway, and you guys are rocketing towards the entrance of Glass Lake. So you guys do manage to kind of roll up around this kind of corner piece. Just before the sun is starting to set, or where you think the sun would be, because it's still kind of, it's getting darker and darker quickly because the storm is over to the east. But the sun is starting to set, and the last little bits of sunlight are out as you guys round the corner. If you wanted to, you figure you could get to, where the border is rumored to be before it gets completely dark. It would only take you about an hour or so to get into there, if that's what you guys want to do, or if you want to set up camp for the night. It's completely up to you.
I say we set up camp just inside. Well, I don't know. You're saying we're in those like little hills right there, right at the end of the
you're
forest?
just so. Let me move this aside. You see right where this kind of the red, the ridge bridges the ground. You kind of just crest that corner a little bit.
And we don't see any trace of the people behind us.
I did not say that. Roll perception.
Wherever we decide to set up camp, I want to cast a spell called Tiny Hut.
Ooh.
What a fucking spell. My God.
I love that.
Duration, 8 hours. I love it. That is a badass. God damn, that's such a good spell.
I know, right?
Wow. It's like, hey, you guys need a tent? I got it. Holy shit.
Fuck your tent. I have a tiny hut.
Where's that one from? Tasha's?
No, that's a player's handbook spell, I'm pretty sure.
Player's handbook spell. It's called Tiny Hut.
Yeah, I think it's called somebody's tiny hut in the handbook.
So
Leo
people just can't cast spells on us while we're in it?
All creatures and objects are passing through it. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. The atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry, regardless of the weather outside.
Nice.
Cool.
Wait,
So, with
you're
your
medium size, right?
yeah, you're medium size. Everything, including Goliaths, are medium size. And Goliaths are like the. Not to worry. I love your Scottish accent.
Thank you.
So, with your 14 on your perception check, Filo, you do not see anybody following you anymore.
Perfect, clear.
Are you camping and resting for the night, or are you pushing on until
Where's the
the
storm?
border? The storm is an hour or two out. It will storm
An hour or
tonight
two
if you
out.
stay. If you stay here, it will storm tonight.
Now let's get to the edge of the forest. Let's
I
boogie.
think we continue. Yeah.
All right, so you
We're
guys
pressing on,
continue
Craig.
All right, cool. Are you still doing the whole mounted Filo thing?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. So abruptly, so there's as you round the corner to get into Glass Lake, you get around that little kind of ridge that ends itself into the ground, and as you go around that corner, the ground it's really hilly there, but then there is abruptly a very thick forest. And the rumors and the storyhood things you guys have always heard growing up is just inside the forest is the quote unquote entrance to Glass Lake that no one ever supposedly can get through or come back from. And you guys are in the hills right now, and the forest is about, I'd say, like 600 or 700 yards in front of you. So you guys are kind of huffing it through the hills right now. Can you all roll me perception checks?
Boom.
The storm is to your east. It is starting. You feel like it is only a few, maybe a half an hour or so away from striking upon you guys. You can smell the humidity in the air. That's how kind of close it is.
Ooh, I love when you can smell the rain coming.
Oh, it's my favorite part. Is right before the storm, where it's just so kind of
It's like
super
that
humid in the air.
warm, humid air.
Yeah, there's like a warm breeze blowing through. The leaves are all kind of showing their undersides. The sky is that kind of weird, purpley, light blue kind of thing. Just as the sun has gone down right before a storm. And nothing really of note happens until you guys reach the edge of the forest. Once you guys kind of get there, you take a quick second reprieve to kind of look back at how far and fast you've gone. And as you look back, Torrick, that's actually where you just barely spot it. You see, just for the briefest moment, something hard and sharp against the hilly background. It's something hard and sharp. It just disappears kind of for a second, like it was
Something
running
hard
down.
and sharp?
Well, you know how like the hills, they're all kind of like smooth and like the background is like kind of smooth and contiguous, and there's not very many hard edges in nature.
Yeah.
You see a hard edge just for a moment as it disappears behind a hill.
I signal to the group and tell them to say, hold up. Let's go check out over here. I think we may find some cover for the night.
Phil slows down and says, check out.
Oh, I got a tiny hut.
Check out over where?
And I lead them to where I saw that hard surface.
It was about 200 yards behind you in the hills.
Oh, took me that long to say something.
Well, that's you. Like I said, you guys stopped for just a moment and you looked back and you saw that hard edge for just a moment before it disappeared. Before it moved behind the hills.
The hard edge moved behind the hills?
That is correct.
Oh, not like we ran by and its image.
Not at all. Nope. Like you just barely saw it with your 15 perception.
Gotcha. There's something out there, and it seems to be man-made. It ain't of nature.
And is that where you saw it, where you want us to go?
Well, maybe not so sure we should go there now, but we should be aware of it.
I think you're senile, Torrick. I think you're just seeing shit because you're old.
420 years old is not old for a rock gnome. But I am older and wiser than you, Merric.
I don't know, the last time we said this, he was right about the torch he saw in the distance. I think we should trust his eyes.
You know, old man, bad sight. Let's just all take a good old nap.
All I'm saying is let's forget about your stupid scavenger hunt and let's go into Glass Lake like we know we need to do. Like, let's boogie.
We do need to move. Maybe it is best just to keep an eye on it.
Right, we'll keep an eye out. We'll keep our heads on a swivel, but let's keep huffing.
Okay, so as we progress onwards, I'm going to watch behind us.
Yeah, and I'm gonna start moving forward again.
Okay. It's definitely way more difficult for you to move forward now because the forest is quite thick. And it is quite dark. Are you lighting any sort of torch or light?
What is there on the ground around us as we're going by?
The woods.
Okay. I'm grabbing pine cones.
Okay. From Filo's back? Okay, yeah. It's like you have really long arms, my friend.
And I'm just touching them. And when I do that, I make them shed bright light in a 5-foot radius and a dim light in an additional 5 feet.
Cool. And you're holding on to them, or you just like touching them and like passing?
I'm just touching them and lighting up the area as we go by.
Cool.
How long does that last?
I can make 3 of them, and then the first one disappears, and then they disappear. Or sorry, I can make 4 of them, and then they start to disappear oldest first
Okay.
as I make new ones.
Garrett, did you say something?
I think we should just each hold a pine cone so we all have a light and then keep moving.
All right. Well, I light up some pine cones and hand them to my friends.
Cool. So you grab pine cones for a second, you light them all up, hand them to your friends, and you guys continue on through the woods.
We all put the pine cones in the center and touch them and say, friendship on 3. 1, 2, 3, friendship.
Woohoo! Awesome. So yeah, you guys are progressing through the woods outside of Glass Lake at a slower progress than you were before. And you're progressing through. The trees are getting thicker and thicker. And then you guys pop out into a sort of clearing. It's a very small clearing. And just ahead of you, you can see what looks like an archway of trees just extending deep into the forest, kind of extending far past the little light that these pine cones emit. Because they only emit about 10 feet of light, and you can see that this archway goes much, much further into the woods than the light permits. And as you guys make it out into this clearing, really for the first time, you guys kind of realize just how utterly silent these woods are. You know, most other woods have at least some sort of background noise with leaves rustling and sticks cracking and stuff like that, but you just realized out in this clearing it's damn near silent.
Silent, huh?
Almost, yeah. Except for if you really strain your ears, you can hear a slight breeze blowing down into the arches.
I take out my dagger and I make that shed bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet.
Cool. You see further into the arches that just stretch seemingly endlessly into the forest.
All right, let's head on in.
Yeah, let's go in.
I'm gonna do a perception check again. Filo's just gonna take a look around, both just because she trusts either way, trust or not, that Torrick saw something. She wants to be sure, and just another look to see if anyone's following them.
Okay, you're like perceiving to see if someone's following you?
Yeah,
Hit me with it.
or if I see any movement other than us.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. There's something out there from where you guys that's very much closer than was the last time you guys saw. Tracking you.
So, is it within my 60 feet of dim light?
Actually, yes. Filo did manage to see a glint of something. Hard and sharp. About 55 feet out.
Is it still just there, or did it disappear?
It's moving. They are moving.
Multiple things?
Multiple.
Torrick, is that what you saw before?
Do I see it?
After Filo points it out, yes. And yes.
Yeah, no, that'd be it.
Filo, with the 22 perception, I'd say it's about 10 or so armed men.
It's 10 or so armed men?
Yep. Or dwarves or elves or humanoids. But they're armed and there's about 10 of them.
Is there any way, like, do I think, or is there something I can do to perceive if I think it's the people who are originally following us?
I'll tell you that. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I would like to use magical tinkering again
Okay.
and throw an acorn at them, and when it touches one of them, I just want it to make like a bang sound really loudly.
Hey Zeke, how far do you think you can throw an acorn?
I mean,
No, just you.
there.
You, Zeke Merchant. How far do you think you can pick up an acorn and throw it?
So is this a dense acorn or is it a light acorn? Has it
is
spread out
an
all the way?
average acorn.
Okay, so
No.
as soon as it was a dense acorn,
No,
I could throw that shit 60 feet.
Guys, if we just want to dip
100%.
out, I have
Yeah, I actually agree with that.
kind of hold them up while we dip into the arches.
Say that
I
again,
don't think
Garrett?
they'll follow us.
Yeah, Garrett, for some
Yeah.
reason it still does sound like you're at the very long end of a hallway.
Does this help if I talk closer to my phone?
That does help.
A little bit, yeah.
Definitely.
So I really don't want to fight 10 guys. I got some spells that kind of help us out. Let's dip into the arches. Maybe they won't follow us. Maybe they're pussies.
I mean, yeah, let's keep going then.
You're just dipping into the
I'm
arches?
But I'm gonna keep my radiant weapon held up and our eyes on them motherfuckers.
So you guys are just like slowly backing into the arches?
Yep.
Can you create any type of, like, illusion that, like, shows our exact party heading in a different direction?
That'd be useful, wouldn't it? God,
It's
that'd
like
be
a
useful.
level 8 spell.
Motherfucker, Ren's got that spell, level 2.
Can I prepare an action as we dip into the arches?
You absolutely can. What is the trigger?
If they follow us into the arches,
Okay.
then I'm going to cast Magnify Gravity, which creates a 10-foot radius sphere. So it's going to kind of initiate combat, but we're just going to run away. But the main effect is that it halves the speed if they fail a Constitution saving throw. Here, I'll paste it.
Cool. Yeah, you can definitely prep that. So you guys are like slowly backing up through the arches, I assume? You're not doing the whole fucking baby
I would
Bjorn
assume
thing?
I'm Filo's back, and I'm like looking back at them, and if they follow us, I'm going to cast a spell from her shoulders.
But you're still on her.
Yeah, I thought that's we were still traveling on Filo.
Zeke, are you still on Filo?
Yes.
Okay.
We never set that off. I don't think we ever stopped.
No, I just want to make sure that that's... Because I'm just trying to imagine if Philo's walking forward. Filo, are you walking forward into the arches, or are you backing up, keeping an eye on the people? Hey, Filo, welcome back.
Yes.
Ready for questions?
Yes, ready for questions.
They are still... You are still their mount. So they're still in your backpack and on your shoulders.
All right, let's be a little. You're being a little discriminatory. Like,
I'm just
not
talking
a
in WoW
mount.
terms.
All right, dude.
So are you walking forward into the arches, or are you walking backwards into the arches?
Like watching them.
Yeah, because
mean-
Merric said he's keeping an eye on them, and he can't really do that if he's sitting on your shoulders facing forward.
Yeah, but Torrick can.
Yeah, Torrick can, but not Merric.
I would say I walk forward and Torrick keeps an eye on him. He's in my back. He's literally in my backpack. He has no other way to look besides that way.
Yeah, but Merrick's is the one that wants
I'm
to do the
keeping an eye on
spell.
them motherfuckers.
Oh, wait, but... Oh, because Merric can't turn around.
He's on your shoulders. That's if he turns around on your shoulders, you're staring directly into his crotch and you can't see.
I mean, he can literally... don't I have a backpack, right?
Yeah, Torque's in your backpack.
Can't he
But can
kind
I
of
sit
like
on the
stand
backpack?
on? So can't he kind of like just stand on the back of the backpack, almost on like Torrick's shoulders?
I can use the
I mean,
backpack.
he can literally use my. As he's doing that, he can literally lean back. On my
Saying he can do that, but like y'all motherfuckers are going to be in a precarious fucking position if you get jumped upon. I just want to let you know that you're doing some fucking like Cirque du Soleil shit.
That's fine. That's fine.
What if we get off? What if we get? Wait, what if we just get off me right now? What if we pull you guys out? And
Slower. You need your
now
speed.
because we're walking and not running, we're just.
I think we
walking.
should run though.
Oh, you think we should like sprint away?
Yeah, dude. There's 10 dudes.
Yeah, but as far as we know, there's going to be an invisible wall up here stopping us.
So you're going slow, feeling out for invisible walls.
That's what I mean. I'm gonna be running from them and just face plant into an invisible wall. We know people can't walk through this. There's probably something. I don't think we're just gonna be able to magically run through the wall.
Come back. They get through. They just don't come back.
I thought they didn't get through. I guess I'm.
No, they never come back.
Stories are
That's
unclear.
why I clarified.
Stories are unclear. Okay.
There's no reason where we shouldn't think we can go balls to the wall forward. We just won't get back. We'll figure that out.
I guess I'm down to go balls to the walls forward. What about Torrick? What do you think?
Just want to let you know if you're going balls to the walls, there's no way you're going to keep watching on them.
Well, and how do we know balls to the walls is going to do anything? We ran miles without stopping, and they kept up with us just fine. At 50 speed, they kept up with us like nothing. So why do we think running away from now is going to do anything?
They had to ditch the horses in the forest. Forest is difficult terrain, man. Like, I don't know. I don't think they're going to follow us past the arches. So I think if we go balls to the wall, we get to our objective faster. I really don't think they're going to be an issue once we get into the thing. I just think we should be going through the thing as fast as possible. But you're the
Yeah, I mean,
so
10 heavily armored guys is not a good choice to pick fight with, 100%. So I do agree with that. All right, yeah, I'm like I said, I'm fine. I can agree with bolting in there.
So you
If you guys don't have, I mean, I have limited choices on what I'm capable of doing. I don't know if you guys have anything that can help us in this situation, but so we're all good. Are we all good with that? Merric,
Yeah.
yes, Torrick,
Torque's having network issues at the moment. He's trying to reconnect.
gotcha.
So you
All
guys
right,
are
I'm gonna
dismounting and
for a
then
second.
sprinting in?
No, we didn't say anything about dismounting at all.
You're just sprinting in.
and this is like a pretty like important part. I feel like we should wait for Torrick.
Okay.
Like he might have a different idea.
He might.
I mean, this is a big predicament right now. We're at the edge of this lake.
I would
10
describe
heavily
this
armored guys, which
as a
usually is
pivotal
probably-
moment. Yeah, I would describe it as
yeah,
that.
So it's like, I'm assuming plate and like they're 10's a lot.
10 is a lot of people.
I'm
and
assuming they're not going to be those people that I kick and they die.
I'll give you a hint on that. Nah, probably not. I just want to let you know, remember what you guys did in Stag Crossing before you left.
No, there's no proof that was us.
Yeah, we helped
There's
take
no way
out.
they can know that.
You're right. There's no magic at all that can tell you what happened in places or
We
who was
helped
there.
take out. We helped the entire.
Exactly.
We helped the city by taking out a group that was.
You guys stole something from them, right?
No. We did not.
You still have that on you?
What did we steal from them?
Really? You don't know what you stole from them?
We didn't steal the book because technically we stole that from Lylander because they just didn't return.
Yep, right. Okay. Yeah. It wasn't theirs. Yeah, they didn't have
It
possession
wasn't
of it.
theirs. They didn't own it.
Right. It's not like there's divination magic that can just like find out information about who did what on things. It's not like in the player's handbook that says, "Hey, divination magic,
So this is Lylander's, guys, because we didn't return the book.
level 1 divination spell. Hey, where is this thing?" I'm just saying, all right.
Let's just drop the book and walk forward. Maybe they'll get lost.
Throw the book. Maybe they'll go that way.
Yeah, that should have a range that we should have way.
Oh, it does have a range. It's this
Wait,
current plane.
how are there 10 people? I thought the BSO was a small group,
All right, listen.
like 2 people.
Maybe, maybe not.
It was their hideout.
The what?
There was a bunch of dudes at the hideout that the guy went back to.
Yeah, you killed them all. You killed a bunch of people.
Guy.
And that was only one location, maybe. For all you know, they had like it's a franchise.
I mean, if these guys are like goon stats, I think we can fuck up 10 of them pretty fast.
Yeah, but if they're assassin stats,
If they're assassin stats, we die.
No,
you fuck around and find out.
I don't know. I know if I raged before I fought that assassin, I think I fucked that
You'd have been fine.
assassin.
You'd have been fine. But that's the thing about the sneaky assassins. They just poke you and you can't rage. You can't get angry at the shadows.
Although I really
not
don't
Batman.
have that. Like, I don't have near like the health I should have as a max health because I keep rolling my health and getting low numbers.
Roll 2. No!
Okay, so that was
now I
something.
feel like I
Zeke,
have to keep
welcome
because I
back.
rolled
We've
low,
been
I
waiting
feel like
for
I
you.
have to keep rolling.
Dude, literally, I went into the guest room and Nox was fucking laying on the router, just like sprawled out on top of it, and I felt it, and it was so warm.
We have a
And I
nice
was like,
toasty for him.
Little sumbitch.
Oh,
Fucking seriously.
So, you guys want to give him the sit rep of what's up?
Bad stuff.
Yeah, sorry, what happened?
So, I don't know how far back you heard, but what we're seeing, or confirmed with my perception check, is 10 heavily armored men, dwarves, whatever they
Soldiers, right? Yeah.
are. Soldiers, yep. And I mean, that's basically the predicament. Now we're deciding what we want to do, because it's like, do we really want to fight that? Probably not. So like, we're thinking just bolt in as fast as we can to try to get beyond this wall.
Yeah, I've got my eyes on him.
Okay, when you say that,
And how do we want to bolt in? Like, because like, if something did go down, we're not in the greatest predicament. I mean, I have 2 people on my back here and a backpack. Like, should we take you guys out, or should we risk bolting? Because, like, they were on horses, right? And now they're not, so they can't, I mean, they can't, I don't think they can surprise attack us, because I doubt in full armor they're faster than me.
Here's what I think. So, Filo and Merric will keep eyes front and keep being, spooky happens in the cave. Torrick will keep eyes back, and if they start gaining ground on us, he'll, signal, and then we'll have to, drop in or something and try to get back. But we'll have to decide then, but I think we can outrun them, or they'll stop following us through the tunnel.
We could also drop the lights. I run very quietly as well because I'm literally bare feet. I've got the pads, whatever the fucking things are on the bottom of my feet. Or like maybe run a stealth, maybe drop the lights, try to stealth and just run into the darkness to try to lose them.
Yeah, but the tunnel's straight. I feel like they can follow a tunnel.
True. What if we run a different direction, try to lose them and run? I don't know. Let's just book it.
In the tunnel, and that'll lose our track.
So what are you doing? Can you tell me what you guys are doing?
We don't know.
Can you make a decision? Honestly, I love this type of D&D right now.
The DM gave me a hint where, it said something that makes sense, and I don't know if I can't forgive the character because I don't think my character would honestly know this. That we stole an object from them. They probably did a spell where they're just tracking the book that we stole from them. But it's we could run into the darkness, put the book on a spider. One of your spiders, have it run in a different direction and do that, but it's I don't know how to do that. Now I feel stupid doing that. I feel like that's super ridiculous if we do that with the information you just gave, and it might not even work.
I could be lying.
Yeah, you could just be lying. So I guess the only thing, as Filo's mind, she's not that magic oriented. Her mind is I agree, bolt in. Just try to run straight towards our destination.
All right, Torrick, are you
okay?
You cool with bolting in?
Yeah, let's do that, and I'm gonna keep a lookout behind us, and
so we're staying all on me.
Yep,
I think that's
prepared, ready to engage.
So you're just bolting down the archways, the tree archways.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it's not that much of a predicament, right? Because when you're casting your spells and you're in a fight, you're on a spider most of the time anyway. It's not that different from being on me, right?
Right.
So, yeah, you start to sprint down this archway of trees. And as you're sprinting down it, first of all, I'm going to describe what Filo and Merric see in experience. Because as you guys are sprinting, you feel this rush of air. It's feeling like the wind is kind of running with you. It feels like you're going very fast down into this. And deeper into this forest. Torrick, however, from your perspective, you're not moving. You're not getting further away from the thing you're looking at.
What? Okay. I holler around to them. What are you guys doing? Get a move on.
Is this not fast enough for you? I'm going as fast as I can.
What do you mean? We haven't gotten anywhere. Turn around.
You turn around. We're moving.
You hear a shout not too far away. Hey, they're over here. Let's get them.
If you're going to do something, you
I
better do it fast, because they're gaining on us.
Yeah, you all hear that.
What are you talking about? And I stop and turn around. So do I notice that they're...
Yep, you haven't moved at all.
Okay, and they're pretty close to us now at this point?
Yes.
I guess
this is where we make our stands.
Alright, so I'm taking... Alright, so yeah, I think we're going to make our stand. I'm taking you guys off me. Phil's just going to reach back, one hand each, pull them off me.
Can I build a spider as I go down and just kind of put one under?
Merric, what was that?
What if we back up? What if we move forward and move backwards? Maybe that'll work.
Oh yeah, so you guys step backwards and walking backwards down it.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, you are that's such a good idea.
Not doing that.
Nothing happens though,
You
unfortunately.
solved the puzzle.
Because that would be great. That's what Torrick was doing. In a sense.
He was arguing with me.
Yeah.
I love the thinking though. You're gonna need it.
He wasn't walking. Maybe it was different.
Yeah, but maybe the wall or whatever this is only a certain height.
So crawl
So if you two crawl and I try to jump
or dig under it,
over.
maybe. You guys could dig a hole under it, and by the time those people get here, right?
Wall is just air.
Nah, I think we're gonna do it, right? You're casting a spell. I'm putting you on your spider you built. I'm taking Merric, just plopping him on the ground, and I don't think we can go anywhere at this point
I would like to build a spider.
unless you guys have any.
What's the time on building a spider? It's got to have a cast time,
I
right?
use my wood carver's tools or smith tools. I take an action to magically create a smaller tiny eldritch cannon.
Okay.
So that's like 6 seconds, right?
Yeah, you smack it with your wood cuttings tool, and it just congeals together. God damn it! I love artificers. Oh, they're so funny.
There's my roll of my wood carver's tools.
So
Yeah,
as I'm putting him down, he smacks a block and it turns into a
yeah.
spider.
He chops a fucking stump, and it turns into a wood spider. Oh God.
I love it so much.
Yeah, I really do. It's so good.
The way I envision this is like, if I had an axe or a hatchet, I'd throw it at a tree, and the splinter becomes a little spider robot and just crawls off the handle.
Oh fuck yeah!
It's like, let's do it.
You like you throw it into a stump, and it like explodes with like a bunch of splinters, and they like kind of gather together into a spider bot.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I know you guys may not be expecting this, because I normally go the flamethrower route. It's a force ballista.
Ooh.
Getting that out there.
Oh, feeling daring today, aren't we?
Wait, Merric, say open sesame in Slivian.
I can't speak Slivian.
Oh, crap.
I can translate.
Think
He can respond if someone talks to him in Slivian.
think open sesame in Slivian.
Speak friend and enter. So, are you guys just like readying for combat? Is that what this is?
Yeah, I mean, can I prepare?
I got nothing, so yes.
You listen, my friend. You did your action.
an
All right. You fucking Merric, what would you like to do?
Can I play like the Song of Laquette? That's in Slivian, right?
Oh, it is, baby.
Can I play that?
Okay. So, you're playing the Song of Laquette. Oh boy. All right.
47.
Oh, fuck. Okay. All right.
And Filo in preparation, like, is for, like, I mean, it's not a full action, but, like, if they come out close enough to the beginning of action, she's going to go right into a rage.
All right. So you said if they come, how close to that are they going to come? Because I'm not going to lie, they're about to be busting out behind those trees right now. You guys still have a good 30 feet before they're on you, but their next action, they're going to be busting out of those trees.
I got nothing to get through this door. I think it has to do with the storm, and the storm's not here.
Wait, the door?
Is my only thought. Of like, you can run through I think you can run through this like during the storm or something. But that's the only thing I got.
Does the song not do anything?
Oh, we'll get there, baby. I'm just trying to see how.
Okay,
I'm
so
trying
I
to see
guess
what
my
Philo's
thing
doing.
is
It influences our other decisions.
What do you mean? What I'm doing? I'm just going. I'm going into rage and preparing to attack if they get close enough for me to attack.
Okay, that's what. Thank you. You never said actually how close.
and I'm gonna prepare a firebolt.
All right. if they get just close enough to blap them?
Within 30 feet.
Okay, so Merric is playing the Song of Linquet on his lute, on your lute, right? 'Cause that's what you have. And since it's so kind of quiet here, believe it or not, this area does actually have excellent acoustics.
I figured.
Because this kind of weird, endless hallway behind you, because it kind of like echoes in front of you and then bounces out behind you, and you can kind of hear the notes just getting like longer and longer, if that makes sense, because they're kind of just going off forever, magically forever. So it adds this sort of weird, like ethereal reverb to your song as you play it. And you are playing this song. You get about halfway through it before your people that have been pursuing you jump out of the woods. You see they are 10. They are all wearing plate armor, having different weapons among them, being swords, great swords, axes, and battle axes. They're going to pop out from behind the trees. Torrick, can you roll me a firebolt, please? As your trigger happens.
Boom.
Okay, which one are you aiming at? Are you aiming at one with or without a shield?
Without a shield.
Okay, 21 does hit one without a shield. So you hit the one with, let's say, the great axe. And you do a good 7 damage to him. What was that, Garrett?
Is there a map we're supposed to be seeing in Roll20?
Nah, this is all kind of like in the cerebrum, because
okay,
it's
I
all.
just want to make sure because my internet sucks.
Yeah, no, we're all doing it in the field of the brain right now.
I see it.
You can see it.
So how wide is the tunnel?
The tunnel is 10 feet wide. And imagine it just kind of coning out to like a 30-foot radius. And that's like the clearing. Everything else is trees. Can you get it? You guys are right at the entrance of that cone.
Damn.
I thought we were in the tunnel.
Yes.
We can't get in the door of the tunnel.
Right. You can't get
Okay.
past the first arch.
Gotcha. Okay, that's a word. I thought we were already in the tunnel a little way. That's why I kind of thought.
Yeah, no, I mean, are you in the tunnel? In a sense, yes, but you're not. You're not really.
Okay.
So you're jamming your Song of Linquet. There are 10 heavily armored knights. One of them has a big old scorch mark on their armor. And then, Merric, you finish the first song, your first playthrough of the Song of Linquet. Man, and I don't like blue jeans because I can't do things in here that I can do in TeamSpeak.
Sorry.
It's okay. Zeke and Ryan, can I kick you guys out for just a moment?
Yes, sir.
So you guys leave. We're going to go into a quick bullet time with Garrett. It should only take a minute or two. And then I'll just let you guys know when to come back.
Yeah, just do it in like TeamSpeak in Telegram.
Yeah, sounds good. So as Merric strums the last note in the song he was playing, you guys kind of, because you were like looking forward towards the foes that were coming at you. Torrick, you just lit off a firebolt. All of a sudden, there is a rush of wind from where Merric was. And as you guys kind of glance over and look at him, he doesn't look right? Because for one, Merric typically does not float an inch off the ground. Merric also does not typically have a glowing purple and white eye.
Great.
Two things happen very fast. The first thing is a beam shoots from Merric's eye, decapitating one of the 10 soldiers, who then falls to the ground headless. The next thing that happens is Merric raises both of his hands, and you guys feel a rush of wind kind of start blowing you back towards the arches. As you all get sucked, all 12 of you, 12 3/4 of you, get sucked into the archway. And you all are going to pass out.
Oh, snap.
This feels...
Wait, so Merric shot a beam out of his eye and decapitated the guy?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Uh-huh.
Guys, did we just, stumble into the Feywild?
That's what I'm kind of thinking, too.
Guys,
This is just a
I'm
gateway
wildly
to the Feywild.
unprepared for what's gonna happen next.
Me too.
So...
Dude, what? No. Oh my gosh.
As you guys come to...
Also, is Merric a god?
You guys wake up face down.
Yeah, what the fuck?
First thing you notice is you guys are in soft grass. As you wake up, you come to consciousness. You guys hear the second thing you notice is the chirping sound of birds. It sounds like it is a beautiful spring morning. Birds are chirping everywhere. It sounds great out. There's lots and lots of, it sounds like, the forest activity. And then you guys kind of sit up and look around, and it is honestly one of the most breathtaking things probably any of you have seen. You see a beautiful, still, deep blue lake right in front of you. A large mountain range in the background with a peak going high up into the sky, far into the clouds. You can't see the top of it. There's birds flying in the sky. There's fish jumping from the water. You guys, Merric, you are conscious. You have no idea what the shit just happened to you. But to Torrick and Filo, Merric looks right as rain. And then behind you guys, actually, you hear it first. You hear the slight baaing of some sheep behind you. There's actually 9 sheep behind you, and you notice one of them has a scorch mark on its fur.
Oh.
The soldiers turn to sheep.
I look at Filo. What is Filo?
Filo's Filo.
I look at Torrick.
Is Merric normal?
You 3 are normal.
I grab Filo's face. Am I normal?
Am I normal? Are you seeing? Are
You're
they
normal. Am I
sheep?
normal? Am I a wolf? Am I a fox?
No,
Am I a squirrel? Am I normal?
You're Torrick. You're seeing what I'm seeing. They're sheep, right?
No, am I normal? Oh,
You're
yeah,
normal.
they're sheep. Am I normal?
You're normal. You're Torrick. You're Torrick. I'm
Man, I was
Filo.
hoping I was going to be a chipmunk.
No, you're still Torrick. Why chipmunk? Out of everything.
They save the nuts.
That's why you would want to be.
That's
a
the whole point of the
chipmunk
book,
all
right?
this.
Is to save the nuts. It'd be so
I
convenient.
guess so. That's true. They would save the peanut. Wait, what? We're getting off track. Merric, what was that? It what? This, oh my. Tucker, this place is amazing.
Oh,
Where are we? Merric, did you bring us here?
Garrett, we can't hear you.
you guys can hear me?
A little bit.
I don't know what else to do.
There we go. We can hear you now.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, no, Merrick has like a slightly different appearance. He's got like 5 o'clock shadow, kind of gruff. And he's got a deeper, more, the opposite of Merrick's like shambliness.
Okay.
You guys hear me?
Yeah. So
Yeah, we
it's
can still
good to
hear you.
know.
He's
But-
opposite of his shambliness.
Yes, I don't think Filo would have noticed
He's
that
kind of
yet.
got a more
Everything.
put together demeanor. He's more or less, he's not really like swaying and slurring his words anymore. He's kind of, he's speaking clearly and just seems like a slightly different version of the Merric that you guys knew previously
Seems
before
sober.
we teleported.
Okay.
Did you just ask if he's just sober?
He seems sober.
That's a good point, maybe. That's all me. That's all Torrick and I get out of the whole thing. We just
Yeah, I guess what I'm assuming is that he's sober. If he doesn't seem drunk, that he's just sober. And I try to offer him some Rock Gnome gin and say, Merrick, maybe you need to get a little more normal.
But I'm still at
Where
the
the
point
fuck
of what
are we?
I said before. Yeah, like Merrick, where are we? What did you bring us here? Or did you do that?
Merrick brushes the genocide and Gorns Torrick. Torrick, you really think it's the time for that? No, Phil, I didn't bring us here. That would most likely have been
Pretty sure
where
he's.
they brought us. I am still unclear.
Well, I think that song of Linkette really, opened the door. And this has got a real fairyland sort of feel to it, don't you think?
Can you say that again?
This has got a real
got a
fairyland
really-
sort of feel to it. And I think we should try to find this Wraiththar fella if he's around here.
I've only been in Fairyland one other time, I think, and it didn't look any beauty like this from what I saw. This is amazing.
Yeah. Agreed, Philo. I'm still unsure of where we are. That should probably be our first objective to look around us.
I'm not confused, right? The only other time I was in Fairyland was in Lutera's sister's place, and it was covered in black,
Yep.
horrible ichor, right?
Yep.
Okay.
let's get to high ground if we can.
Merric, did you
sense of
notice
our
that
surroundings.
the other people are turning the sheep? You see these sheep
We
back
can kill them. They turn back. I guess if that's what you're saying. Otherwise, just sheep. They were always sheep, though, weren't they?
Why are we not? Why am I not a sheep? Why are they sheep?
Man.
They were always sheep, though, weren't they? Oh, such a sick burn. God damn.
So good. So good.
So you said there's a hill, right?
I
Greg?
did describe, so this mountain on here, it's not entirely accurate. You cannot see the peak of it. The mountain scales far into the clouds. But the mountain is like the dominating feature of this. And
This is a really cool, accurate picture for kind of how the map looks, though.
You have no idea how long it took me to find this goddamn picture.
It almost made me think, did you
So
find
much
this
Googling.
picture first?
No, I didn't. This took me 3 months to find this fucking picture. I had a few that weren't as good as this that I discarded once I finally saw this. I was like, yes, this is it. You know, this is the painting of the first person that saw the Sierra Nevada. This is what they painted about it. So,
that's really cool.
yeah. But yeah, that's this is a pretty good description besides the mountaintop specifically of what you guys are at. Yeah, there's a pack of deer chilling there, drinking in the water. What was your other question? I can't remember.
Whose question?
Yes.
Okay, sorry guys, I was disconnected.
It's okay. Garrett, did you hear me describe the mountain before you?
Yeah, it spans into the clouds.
Yes.
Did you hear me say I want to drink from the lake?
You just walk up and go ahead and dip your face in the lake and drink?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Do you guys do the same, or are you just like, what the fuck is Merric doing?
After I see him do it, yeah, I do the same.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I literally just
Definitely.
ran
Merric, it is...
28 miles.
Yeah, so let me describe to all of you. Oh my god, is this some good water? You're like, how can water even taste this good? Holy shit. It's amazing. The water's delicious.
And this is to extent, I understand. This is definitely more beautiful than probably any of the. I understand as my character. This is
Roll a nature
as
check.
me,
Roll a
this is
nature check.
fairyland.
For the beauty.
Yeah, roll a nature
How
check.
beautiful is
'Cause, I mean, obviously, I've been in nature, climbed mountains.
Yeah, come on, hit me with a nature check. This is the most goddamn beautiful thing you've ever seen. Yeah, it's fucking amazing. This is.
So that's what I want to picture. So Filo is
Yeah, you fill up your water jug.
Struck at how beautiful this is.
Okay, Filo
Just
is drunk in this supernatural beauty of this place.
Drunk. She's just got her hands behind her head,
Yeah, and it just feels like the air is the air's good here. That's what's weird. It never felt good to breathe.
You know what Torrick loves about being in a new area? The crafting materials. I want to look at some of the trees around here.
Trees are big, thick, healthy, alive.
Are there any branches that I can see that are on the ground?
Oddly enough, no. There is absolutely no branches on the ground.
So I would like to just go up to a tree and just put a gentle hand on the side of it and just feel it. Just feel a tree.
All right. Roll me a nature check. I guess if you just feel, yeah. Nature
Boom!
check.
Critical
Oh my god.
success.
Oh wow. Okay. The tree is warm. Like, not like warm as in temperature warm, but warm as in like you can feel the just the fucking magic energy that's just in this tree. In the same way that like your fucking spider robot is warm. Like, yeah, it's cold metal or cold stone or whatever, but like it's warm with magic, you know?
Mm. I look at the other two and say, this place is special.
Say that. Eric, what happened to you before?
Yeah,
You
what's
didn't bring us here?
up with the
You
purple
were-
eye?
I don't. Do you know what Do you know what happened to you? The way we saw you was amazing, and then we got pulled into here. So he's not connected.
Yeah.
He's not.
Nope. He was, but no, he is not.
Dang.
Damn, that was some good roleplay though.
That was some good role playing.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful image.
Thank you. Once I found it, I like cried.
Like you, yes.
Yeah, my eye, that really hurt. But it kind of seems like Lutera massage kind of shot some power into my eye. If that makes any sense. Feeling pretty good right now. Not gonna lie. Better than I've felt in years, honestly.
You do seem to be standing a little taller than usual. But
Yeah, we're in this beautiful place. Our bad guys are sheep. There's some delicious water. You got a new outlook on life. Things are looking pretty up for us right now. What you say?
looks that way.
So-
And Filo's was at her knees, still kind of like sitting upright because he was drinking from the water. She stands up and just says, "But we still came here for a reason, and gotta keep moving forward."
I agree with.
Merric, you seem to be connected to this place. Do you feel any sources of power around here? Which way do you think we should lead or head? Hi, sweetie.
Little power.
I'm good. Welcome home. I am. It's push to talk, though.
Zeke, we can hear you though.
You can hear me right now?
Yeah, we heard you say hi, sweetie. This is push to talk.
Oh, really? What the fuck?
It's not in blue jeans.
Dang.
So, do I feel any pulling sensation, any attraction to any direction?
Nah, man, you just feel at home. Like, kind of all of you feel like this weird, like, calm. Like you're just... It's nice to be here.
Maybe instead of chasing our objective, maybe it's time to let our objective come to us.
I wouldn't mind taking a break from the chaos we've been living in. maybe we could just take a day by this lake? I mean, look at this place. I've never seen anything like this. And I've been going through chaos for the last 3 months of my life have changed dramatically, and I would love to take a day to relax. Look at this world we're in.
Time stops here, and nothing is happening anywhere else. Maybe we're in a totally isolated place.
Are you guys okay with that? I could use a day. I mean, I literally just sprinted for 20 miles, and we've been running for so long. Let's just take a break.
Yeah, I agree. Now seems a good time to rest.
Yes.
All right, cool. So you guys want to end it here then? You guys are like chilling, taking a break?
I think this is a good place to make
chill
it.
Day. Awesome.
I think it's a good spot. Are we going to do a fan service episode?
Maybe, yeah, beach episode, you know?
Beach episode.
Let's
get our bathing suits on.
There is one little thing I do kind of want to let you guys chew over before we close the episode up.
Craig, what part of Relax Beach episode?
Filo. You don't have any dreams when you sleep tonight. None at all. And you've had persistent dreams.
Is that unusual?
That is unusual, because you've had these same exact persistent dreams for over a month now.
Okay, so these have been persistent.
Persistent, like almost every night. And now, you don't. And that's pretty much the only thing I want to leave you with.
Sorry, what did Filo see?
I didn't. That's the thing. And it's happened. Like my other dreams were the same way when I've seen these things. They're very persistent up until the point. And I believe this is the way it's been, Craig. Right? I'm not just making this up. Because I remember this came up another time, too.
Aren't we all just making this up?
Yes, but I believe, when I've had these different, dream sessions or whatever, they were persistent and happened every night when I sleep.
I believe so. I don't know if they have been persistent as these most recent dreams.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe the other ones were a little more spaced out and sporadic.
A little more spaced out.
These ones were every night, on the night, that kind of shit.
So then tonight is the first night in a while that I did not dream. No dreams at all.
Yep.
So I didn't see anything.
You just had a mundane dream, like you were fucking playing hula hoop.
Oh, so I still did have a dream.
It's not like there was no dreams. It's just that it wasn't like a seer dream, a seeker dream. You could tell it was just it was nothing. It didn't matter.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, guys.
That was a cool